Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome to the AusDisc channel. I'm Matthew, the owner of AusDisc, and today we're talking about a few little studio extras we're adding to our collection. Now, I normally have our microphones hidden. Today we're going to actually have it out in the open, so I am currently using the Samsung, which is SAMSON, Go Mic Mobile, which has the receiver connected to the camera via a cable. Has the transmitter with the little wire, if you can see the little wire there, hooked up to the lovely microphone. So probably get microphone noise from here, but you'll see the little microphone that we clip onto our shirt. So it currently has a little foam sock on top of the microphone to reduce some of the popping noises and so forth. So that is the microphone we're currently using, but as promised, we have a couple of extras that we've got that have arrived. So we're doing a little bit of research, and without going out and buying a ridiculous kit, we thought we'd start somewhere which is a little bit more budget conscious for the average person. So we have a number of items. We have the JJC HGCB1 bracket with shoe mount. We have the Booyah BY-M1 lav mic with a battery and cord, and we have the Takstar SGC598 microphone for the camera. So let's start with the smallest. So this is the JJC HGCB1 bracket with extends out the side for the shoe. So yes, it is the first time unboxing these. So there's nothing else in there. So what this has actually got in the bag is a very simple bracket. So if you can see that little bracket there, so it has your 1/4-20 screw mount with the ability to mount your tripod in the end, thread on the top to go into the bottom of your camera, and your shoe mount to head out the side. So that allows you to, if that was the camera, mount that in underneath your camera and have the ability to put the microphone or device onto the side of the camera. So rather than on the top, it allows you to mount it down the side. So that's the first of our little unboxings. So we'll put that there. The Booyah microphone is recommended for a lot of people that are trying to do interviews or just want to record audio. We thought we'd give it a try because it's a great little well-priced microphone. We have been told by the supplier that we have actually got a nice little windsock that we purchased as an optional extra in here. So nothing else in that. So that is the Booyah BY-M1 microphone. So we can see we have a warranty card, the manual, a nice little pouch that it arrives in, and if we pull it all out of here, some silica gel, we'll leave that in there to take the moisture away. So the interesting thing that I've been waiting for is to get my hands on it's basically a dead cat for lav mics. So this little guy in here is probably a little bit flat just at the moment. So when it comes out of here, it probably needs to be fluffed up. And I'm going to call this my dead mouse rather than a dead cat because it's nowhere near the size. So once we fluff this up and actually get it going correctly, we can put this onto our mic and reduce any wind movement noise. So that will be a great little accessory to put on our mic. So you can see that little guy there. It's just a little tiny one. It looks very similar to the Rode cordless mic add-on. So similar to the Samsung lav mic, there's a Go cordless mic system. This looks very much similar to what they have on the front of their device. So at the moment I've just got the little foam connection on here, so you will get some mic noise at the moment. So I'm going to give it a quick test out. So this is the foam connection. So prepared for mic noise. And this little guy here goes over top of the microphone. Now, obviously I can't hear the difference in the audio while I'm recording this. When I do editing, I'll check that out. But the interesting thing is today I've left the aircon running. It's in quiet mode, so it's reasonably quiet. But it'd be interesting to note what the audio quality was like before with the little foam microphone cover versus what I'm kind of call the dead mouse. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the Samsung Go Mic Mobile with the foam mount versus the fluffy dead mouse. But while we're doing that, I'm going to leave that on there for the time being. We have in the Booyah MY1 bag a huge amount of wire. So it 6 meters of cable. So I thought it was about 3, but that looks a lot more than 3 meters. So yeah, it's 6 meters of cable with the 4-pin, so there's a tip and 3 ring connections for the 3.5mm. We have the Booyah, that's basically the clip-on unit with the battery in there, and then right down the end of there you have more cabling. So I'll hold that up there, more cabling, and also the lav mic. So it has a little accessories pack, and in the accessories pack here today we have a LR44 battery, the shirt clip, so similar to the clip that I've got on my lav here, there's a clip to clip this onto a shirt. You also have a 3.5mm to 6.5mm barrel connector. You also have what I'm nicknaming the microphone foamy, a little foam pop crackle wind suppressor. So normally that would go on over the top of the microphone. So a little bit of assistance there to get it on. And Bob's your uncle, we now have the little foam connection over the top of the microphone. So the interesting thing is, in order to put the battery into the Booyah, it actually unscrews the barrel. So you unscrew the barrel and lift the barrel up off, and inside there is a piece of ribbon which you pluck that out with something. I'm just going to use the tip of this little guy if I can, or better still the little 3.5mm. So there we go. So now that has the little piece of ribbon across there, if you can see that, it's just on the side there. So I open the battery, and what happens is you make sure the piece of ribbon goes across the barrel, and then you actually push the battery down through the ribbon. And what that's going to do is I'm going to just push that piece of ribbon behind the spring first. It allows you to get the battery out easily. So I'll see if I can line that up in there. I'll put him down here on the desk for a second. Now apologies for the black tablecloth today on the desk. Makes it probably a little bit hard for you to see what's on the desk. We will be changing the colour of this at some stage, but this was actually part of my green screen kit, and it will be replaced with a different colour before long so we can actually see. But I do have a white one, I do have a green screen one, and so forth. At the moment the black is what I'm using, but we'll change over. So now that I've actually push that battery into the slot, and the piece of ribbon goes around the back, so that way when you want to get the battery out, you grab the end of the ribbon and you give it a bit of a pull and the battery pops out. So that's what it's used for, is the removal of the battery. So pretty cool little idea. Slide the cover back up over the end and do that up. Now if I switch that on, there is no visual sign of a LED with that microphone, so it is basically plugged into your phone or your camera. You have the cable to run around your studio or wherever you want to be, and you have the clip-on microphone. So it does have a red and green in the above and below the switch, just in there. So if you can see the switch there, there's a little red above it, and when you switch it on, there is a little green section underneath that. So I'm not sure whether you guys can see that, but yeah, that's basically the only visual sign that you get to say that this is actually on or off. Now in the off mode, you can plug this into your smart telephone, so mobile phone, so forth, smartphone. When you switch it to on mode, that is for use in a camera, so it does have a preamp in there. So that is the Booyah BY-M1. So I will put in the comments and information below the models and brands of this equipment. Now I haven't got a mount for this on a camera because this goes on your shirt or on your person, as we say. So that is a nice little microphone addition to our collection. So far we have the bracket for the camera for mounting, whether it be a light, microphone, audio receiver or so forth. So as you can see there, that is a shoe mount and an ability to screw it on a 1/4-20, but also the ability to put that onto a tripod and mount that up. Has a very nice large dial, so you can see there, very easy to get that undone and done up. That will go on the camera. This here will probably be upgraded on the camera so I don't have to wear a lav mic all the time. So this is the Takstar SGC598 shotgun mic. Now this, I've done a little bit of research. Didn't want to go straight out and buy a $500 professional Rode Video Pro Plus microphone just yet. So that will be on my list. Same with muting notifications. This guy here, I haven't opened it up yet, been busting the guts to open this up and have a look. So straight away we have a Takstar bag, so a string bag to put everything in, the instructions. Now underneath the foam, which we'll put down there, we have the microphone itself. So we also have additional brackets for mounting the microphone and it's vibration proof. So handy does that. Now the supplier has said that they've already put a battery in this unit, so let me just double check to make sure that there's a battery in here. Yes, there is a battery in there. So those little attachments that they've got here are little rubber mounts. They actually go on the microphone. They've already got a bunch of them on there on the sections. So there's 4 on the back and 4 on the front. So that's the ability to actually allow that vibrationless movement there. So if you knock one off or break one, there's looks to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 replacements. So a whole entire kit. So if you're doing something that breaks the whole lot of those, you've got replacements. Now this does have a permanent cable clip attachment onto this, and I'm just having a bit of a look here. Okay, so quick look at this is it's got a foam filter, so nice sized foam, and it has the shotgun mic. So obviously you're not going to probably want to run it like that, and the ability to push that on there, very easily to put a dead cat on there or something along those lines as well. I'm going to try it with this foamy shortly. Has a small, I suppose that will soften up a little bit over a bit of time, but it has a stretchy cord, so you can see stretchy cord. So that comes out of the front underneath the foam. Push that back on properly. And underneath it does have, looks to be 2 positions, so one in the middle and one towards the end where you can mount the actual shoe mount. And it does have a front and back cable clip, so you can mount the cables on either end. So that looks pretty good. If you had your camera sitting here and you moved it to the other hole, there's nothing saying you can't spin the whole unit around and push that back so it's sat back over there. So depending on your camera, there would be technically 3 positions you could actually put that in. So if that was your camera and you had that sitting there in the normal position, move it back into the back position, or if you wanted to, you could adjust it so it's swung around and sits back over. So depending on the position of where your camera is, where you wanted the microphone to sit out. So haven't tested at this camera yet. So currently the camera is tuned to the microphone, the Samsung Go Wireless. One good thing I like about the Takstar SGC 598 is it has 3 switches down the side, one with a bass boost, a 0 or plus 10 dB, so it has a little bit of gain. I haven't tried these out, mind you they are manual, so it means someone has to flick the switch and test them. And you also have an on and off, and you also have a visual indication with the light on the end, so you can see the little green light there. It is a multicolored LED. I did see it go red when I first turned it on, so that's possibly low battery. But we're yet to try these out. I think what we'll do first is I'll actually mount the Booyah lav mic to the camera. So I'll pause the video shortly, jump up, I'll attach the Booyah microphone to the camera, and we'll actually unpause the video with this microphone connected. So for those of you wanting to see the difference, so the Samsung, which is Samson, so Samson, or Samsung as I call it, not Samsung as in the Samsung phone and so forth. So that, you can definitely tell that is 6 meters of cable, which I'm just going to drop over the front of the desk for now. So I'll undo that. Now I'm going to do this with in post, so I'm going to leave it recording for the time being. I'm going to jump up, switch the cable and sit down, and then I'll cut it out in editing. What I do want to do though is put the little clip that comes with the shirt. Now this is pretty good because it's got a nice little foam. So on the bottom of the microphone, I don't know if you can see it, there is a slight indentation in the bottom. So that's for actually clipping onto the bracket. So you would have heard that clip in. So it's a very, very good quality clip, and it's not going to easily come in or out of that. So I'm going to put it through for my shirt. So you normally run the wire down underneath the shirt, and I like to run the microphone on the outside. I'm still interested to hear what as I've nicknamed it, the dead mouse wind protection on here is going to sound like on the finished product. The air conditioner is on. I do have other equipment running in the background outside. So it'll be interesting to see whether any of this noise affects the video. We'll put the foam sock on first, see whether that actually does a good enough job with this microphone, or whether it actually needs the dead mouse as I'm wearing currently. So that looks like a great little lav mic, alligator clip style connector to go onto your shirt. Haven't tested this before on the camera, so I'm quite interested to see whether the shotgun mic works well, or the wired lav mic versus the wireless lav mic. So this little video is going to be a studio update and studio accessories expansion, but it's sort of turning into a little bit of a microphone battle here, just with some stuff. The Samsung Go Mic Mobile is not what I'd class as a cheap lav mic. Just from memory, it was over $300 for the transmitter receiver. What I do like is this transmitter can be coupled with another transmitter and go to the one receiver, or you can have a hand microphone, which is a wireless microphone that you can use for an interview and move it backwards and forwards. So you can have two labs, two handheld microphones, or one of each, and use the one receiver, whereas the Rode wireless kit actually requires you to have two receivers, two transmitters to do an interview with two people. So I haven't tested it with additional transmitters just yet, but it is something that's on our list as well. So I'm going to cut over to the Booyah wired lav mic. So this is the Samsung wireless mic. I'll jump up and change the audio cable over. So I'm not sure what this is going to be like, but what's your opinions? This is the Booyah BY-M1. So you can see that guy there. It's a Booyah mic. Been highly recommended as a wired lav mic, so it's got a wire. You can have multiples of those going in through little mini mixers. It's currently in the on camera mode, so I'm taking it that's with the preamp. This has got 6 meters of cable, obviously going to be plenty for the average person shooting videos. This little component with the cables on it clips onto your side. I have the lav mic on here. I'll take the foamy off, so prepared mic noise. So take the foamy off and we'll put our dead mouse, as we're calling it, over the top, and obviously needs to be fluffed up a little bit more and so forth. So I'm hoping that obviously tapping noise, but tell me what you can hear. Can you hear the air conditioner or the devices that I've got running out the side? Tell me what you think there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in the shotgun, the Takstar shotgun mic, and see what that's like. So this I will need to actually adjust the bracket for this, and this is why I have actually got this guy. So looking at this, it'll go like that. So because we're using a camera that has the flip up screen, the screen flips up so we can actually see ourselves, make sure we're actually looking at the camera as much as we can. That doesn't allow us to put a shotgun mic on the top of the camera. So if we use our box again as the camera and we sit that up on top, then obviously we can't tilt the screen up and see without having an external monitoring screen yet again. So the reason we've got the camera we got was purely so we can actually see the preview above the camera, so we're talking as much as possible directly to the screen. This will allow us to mount that underneath the camera. So we'll use our box as the camera again. So mount that underneath, and that allows us to shoot with the microphone coming down the side of the lens. So my concern here is whether the microphone is going to be too long, whether I need to adjust the position of this. We'll test it out and see how we go, but I'll jump up and swap the camera mic that I'm using now, which is the wired Booyah, to the Takstar shotgun mic. I'll just preview, because I've actually put the microphone on top of the camera, so I need to flick back on here to remote view the camera from the phone. So this is the, it's using a Canon camera, and it has the Takstar shotgun microphone at 0 decibel, so there is no 10 decibel boost at the moment, and I have not put the bass boost on. So this is just turning the microphone on and plugging it directly into the Canon camera at the same settings that we had the Samsung Go and the Booyah lav mics. So this is without any adjustments. So I'm going to jump back up and cut back over to the wireless mic. It is my favourite so far, but we'll soon test this today, and tell me what you think in the comments below. There we are. We're back to the Samsung Wireless Go microphone. Have not run the cord back through my shirt or hid the transmitter. It's just sitting on the table for today. I do have what I'm calling the dead mouse on the lav mic, so bear in mind mic noise while I show you. So I've actually fitted that. It's basically a really miniature dead cat that plugs onto the lav mic. So I'm hoping that that will remove background noise from around, as well as the fan noise from the aircon, to allow us to do some better quality audios. So Takstar mic, Booyah lav mic, and the dead mouse, as I'm calling it. So that's a bit of a play around today. It's a bit of a mishmash. There's nothing really too structured. Just wanted to put this together, unbox, and see what it's like. You'll hear the difference at the same time as I do. So we'll do a little bit of a cut and shunt of some of the videos that are not needed inside of what we recorded today. But I'm not going to alter any of the noise. So I may put a compressor on just to stop any loud noises or pops and crackles above a certain audio, which I normally do, is to stop the audio from being bad. But other than that, I'm not going to alter the audio. I'm just going to take out anything that clips and compress that down. But yes, that's today's unboxing and quick testing / review. The Takstar SGC 598 microphone. It's available on the internet, eBay, Amazon and the likes. We have not got a supplier that affiliated with us. We did buy that. The Booyah M1 microphone, so BY-M1, same thing. You can find this on eBay, Amazon and the like, and make sure you get a genuine. These all have stickers on the side that you scratch off. Go to a website, put the code in, and it verifies that they're actually genuine. I would suggest that you get the optional extra wind suppressor. So as I'm calling it, the dead mouse. So if you hear me refer to the dead mouse, it is the little hairy thing that goes on top of the microphone. If you're not sure what that is, by standard you get the little foam microphone covers to take out as much as possible. With the Takstar shotgun you get the large foam to cover that. Now that is directional, just so you do know that anyone that's not sure of the microphones, you point that at the noise. You really want to be within half a metre to a metre, so about the 2-3 foot mark. I'm going to hopefully get some testing videos put together with the microphone at various distances to show you the audio quality. I do have the Rode Video Pro Plus, I think it's called, on my wish list at the moment to upgrade to, but this is a great, it's a product for the price. I think this was around the $40 or $50 mark. The Booyah microphone, it's about a $25-$30 lav mic that's wired, but to purchase a Samsung, I have done a video on this before, I will do more videos on this stuff down the track, it's $300+. So the Rode wireless microphone is similar to the Samsung. The Samsung allows you to have 2 transmitters to 1 receiver, which I think is a really great thing at the moment. We are now filming on our Canon EOS camera. That is going great as far as I can tell. Let us know in the comments what you think of the video quality since we've changed over cameras. One good thing that I do like about this camera is the fact that I can actually stop recording and take photos from the phone. You can actually use this with remote viewing capability and remote controller camera from here. So this is the Canon EOS M6 Mark II. It's a 4K capable camera. One step up from the Canon EOS M50, what I would state. So if you're looking for a great camera for YouTube, the Canon EOS M50 has the ability to flip out the screen on the side so you can preview. But the next level up, that if you want to go for a 4K camera so you don't have to upgrade, definitely look at the Canon EOS M6 Mark II. So that's what we're using right now. It does come with a lens. I think it's a 15 to 45 millimeter that's attached at the moment in the kit, and you can buy extra kit lenses and so forth, but just bear in mind it does have a different mount of lenses. I think it's an EF-M, as it's a mirrorless. So that's the other thing with this. Anyway, don't forget to hit the subscribe and like the video if you like the video. Hit the notify button for the alerts if you want to be notified every time we upload a video. So I'm going to call it that today. Don't forget to check out some of our other videos. Thanks guys. Bye.